It's the modern day dilemma for women in business. You love them, you want to stay, but you don't want to fuck them. What the fuck is going on? You have a bond, you have a partnership, things work well, there's symbiosis. Why are you getting to this stage of your life and your relationship and you're feeling yourself pull away? It's not that you can't have sex. You can go through with it. You can even climax. You can enjoy it. In fact, you normally do. You get there. But that initial stage, it's not pulling you in. And if you're really, really fucking honest, you're actually pulling back. You're literally feeling yourself go, oh, like they're initiating, or we're in the right time and place. Why don't I want to do it? Why don't I want to do it? Am I broken? What's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with us? You're not broken. You're not alone. All that's happening is your body is trying to relay a message to you that you haven't been willing to listen to. Simply because in your beautiful human self, you've wanted this problem to go away. You've wanted it to fix itself. You've wanted the money to take care of this problem, the change in circumstances to take care of this problem. We're going to pause right there. And by the end of this episode, you are going to have renewed vigor for going all in on the intimacy part of your relationship. It's really due for a shake-up. You already know that. It's just that you were hoping that all these other things would conveniently look after it. No more. You know better than this. You know your ignited action is required to get things to the level where you need them to be at. And you having this major discrepancy between where your business is at and how well it's going and where your intimate and sex life is at and where it's not really happening is creating a big disconnect for you. And that incongruence, it never sits right. When you value integrity, you want that to be present across the board. So today, we're lighting a fire, we're getting moving, because things can be so much more enticing for you when it comes to what happens in the bedroom. Let's start with what is right now. Love is present for the two of you, but your body is feeling this sense of contraction around intimacy. That contraction is most likely to be about the lack of desire that you're feeling. It's not representative of arousal. That's a very physical state and response to what happens during sexual stimulation. It's really about where your mind is with how incentivized it is to go through with what happens in sex and the bedroom. And your desire right now, it's taken a back seat for that. One of the offenses is that you do have this good thing going and you've still got a great friendship, but friendship can sometimes be a desire dampener. Calling your partner your best friend can get in the way of you really feeling tension between the two of you. When I say tension, I mean like beautiful, erotic tension, not we're having a fight tension. Although that can be very arousing as well for a lot of people, just feeling that charge of anger and frustration and then dispelling it by coming together in sex and intimacy. I'd never poo-poo that. I think it's actually a great way to regulate it. Within limits, of course. But what's happening between the two of you is you've just eroded that sense of space and that sense of charge that happens in an empty space. And when you're best friends, you're not leaving any room there. You're not leaving that space and that charge to happen. So you can feel where you have some beautiful polarities and points of difference. And this is one of my big criticisms of modern partnership and marriage is there is that silent expectation that your partner is going to fulfill every fucking role. No, that is not the point of stepping into a relationship. They are not there to be your everything. They are there to be a partner to you who you love and who you have a sexual connection with. And when there's pressure for them to become your everything and you to become their everything, there's this erotic deficit taking place. How can they see you through an erotic lens? And how can you see them through an erotic lens if you're always seeing each other in this completely unerotic domestic state and way of being? It can take a lot of the desire away. And if you're looking for desire, what you need to do is to come back into a state of healthy separation. What I mean by that is remember that you're your own person, they're their own person, and to really come back to conversations, activities, even time apart that emphasize that you are two separate people, to really delve into their mind, their experiencing, their likes, their preferences, and to feel how you're different. You're not meant to actually be one and the same. And if you constantly feel like you've got to be one and the same, sex is going to feel like this expected thing that you do, this transaction, this demand, when what you actually want is a case of, I'm here, you're there, I've missed you, I want to express this with you, I want to convey this to you, I want to have this experience with you because I can feel that really healthy sense of separation and pull. If there's none of that happening in your relationship, it's really worthwhile addressing because it's going to inject you with new life force for who you are and who they are. And then when you come together again, your body remembers, oh, this is what it feels like to really feel that pull to someone. And that's what was happening in the early days when you got together, or if you didn't feel that stronger pull in the early days, this is the pull that was happening with other lovers and partners that you've had. That sense of separation creates the tension, and tension is something that you want to alleviate. So if your current relationship is tensionless, if things are just so easeful and easy all the time and there's no contrast, you're probably not going to feel that psyched for sex. But this really starts with you and resourcing your own identity that is completely separate to them. You need a network of people that are there for you for business, that are there for you for personal reasons, that are friendships. You need a whole network. When you go out and let yourself be filled up by connections with other people, and then you go back to your partner, you've got so much to offer them because you can feel that contrast in motion, and your body is going to feel so nurtured by what else you've done and by who else you've been playing with that you come with your partner and you're like, oh yeah, I've got something to offer that's a point of difference for us. So if you are missing the heat with them, if you're missing the fire, it comes back to starting with you and your identity first and ensuring that's topped up. The more you look after yourself, the more your partner's going to be absolutely activated and turned on by you, but also really inspired to go out and ensure that their identity is really looked after as well. If you came and said to me, I don't want to fuck my partner. I love them, I want to stay, but I don't want to fuck them. I don't feel that pull to them. I feel a contraction. I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about yourself sexually? Let's take your partner out of the equation just for now. How do you feel about you? How much do you enjoy self-pleasuring? Are you able to get yourself off? Do you look at yourself and feel really drawn to yourself? And are you admiring all of your beautiful, sumptuous, sexy qualities? Because that's where it starts. It really starts with that reconnection to yourself, and more specifically, a reconnection to your sexual self, the part that's just for you. So if you're feeling like you don't want to give it away to someone, or you don't feel the pull to give to them, strip it back to, can I give this to myself? Really, really tend to that first and make sure that that is in a solid place so that when sex is next propositioned, when you're next willing to initiate, then you're going into it from a place of, I've got myself, I am sexual, I think I'm desirable, and now that desire can spill over into my time with my partner. And even if you're in a dynamic where you said to me, I really want my partner to initiate, that would really turn me on. And if they did it in this way and this way, and this is how I'd respond, it's important to take the power back with initiating if you haven't done it for a long time. And I'm going to speak to the obvious. I know you are initiating so much in your business, in your life, around the home. Like, you are the fire starter of so much shit getting done. I get it. And this feels like another fucking thing that you have to start. I know. And what I'm going to say is, you can do this. You have the tenacity. You've got the fortitude. You can do this as well. And it might even mean letting go of some other things that you initiate that were merely a cover up for the fact that you're not getting your erotic needs met. I often see women overcommit to things when their eroticism isn't being nurtured because it's a way of expressing it and channeling all of that suppressed energy that's really got nowhere to go. So they say yes to committees and organizations and associations, and they're running their business and they're doing this and they're doing that and they're doing another course and they're doing another program. And you might have to let go of something. You might need to start getting real about that as the symptom of your erotic energy that isn't being expressed in the way that it wants to. If you're not feeling a pull to what happens in sex and the bedroom with your partner, and you would like your relationship to continue and you would really like to support it in this way, you may have to subtract something else in order to make that happen. Because initiating sex shouldn't feel hard and it shouldn't feel like labor. It should just be a continuation of who you are and how powerful you are the rest of your day. Radical idea, I know. But your erotic energy is something that's just here, and it flows into your parenting, and it flows into your business, and it flows into the bedroom, and it flows into your movement and the way that you dance and how you cook and how you eat, and it's all one and the same. And the moment you stop compartmentalizing it and being like, oh, it's in a box, I've got to open the box, I've got to pull it out of the box, and then I've got to push it out of me and make this thing happen. None of that's sexy, right? None of that is going to entice you to have sex or initiate sex. But when it just feels like the next expansive thing and the next natural step as an extension of what is, it gets to be so easy, so easy, so easeful, and so liberating. And the really incredible part is you're already a highly desirous woman. You have big wants. You have huge desires that you're actually going out and making a reality. And now you get to see that as another way of seeing that manifest. You get what you want all the time. You make stuff happen. You initiate. You're a leader. And now your bedroom gets to be exactly like the rest of your life without the heavy lifting. And it's not the sexiest term, but so much of this work is about reconciliation. Reconciliation of all the parts of you. The parts that you boxed up, fragmented, tried to lock away because you got told they don't fit and they don't belong and they should only be brought out in certain contexts and circumstances. But you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose between love and lust. You don't have to choose between devotion and desire. You don't have to choose between your business and your bedroom. Your desire isn't gone. It's there. It's alive, but it's been buried under a bunch of responsibilities and you've relegated it to this other part of yourself that you don't dare crack open for fear of it being too much, for fear of not knowing what to do with it, for fear of it being so wild and so untamed that it's going to threaten everything that you've worked so fucking hard to build. But your desire and your eroticism is nothing to fear. It's actually the most loving, nurturing, self-reverent way of moving through your personal life and your professional life. And when you reclaim it, you stop shrinking in the bedroom while expanding everywhere else. And you feel that you are so powerful that you can have it all and you can feel that congruence in your business, your bedroom, and your bank account. If you want more personalized support with this, I invite you to unleash your potency. This is my one-time session for the woman ready to reclaim her erotic identity, to feel electrified in her body and become a walking turn-on that flows all the way into her business. Just like my client who said, I cracked the code on myself and how to feel empowered. This is the beginning of my next level, and you got to be present for that. So thank you. In our time together, we go straight to the root, your body. We clear what's keeping you boxed in, and we activate what's been dormant and bring your potency home. So your body, your bedroom, and your business finally get the breakthrough that no strategy has been able to deliver. You're ready and your pussy knows it. Go to laurenwhite.com.au/session to step inside.